Hi there guys and girls, Dave here for Player TV. It's great to be back. It's been a while, hasn't it? Anyway, today I'm here with the Biostar Z370 GT6. Let's take a look. Alright, so we'll start with a quick look around the board. Here we have the rear I/O cover, which Biostar are calling I/O armor. We have the two heat sinks for the VRMs, 8-pin CPU power, LGA1151 socket, which supports 8th generation Intel CPUs. Over here we have the 4 DDR4 DIMM slots, supports 64 gigs. Here and here we have two 4-pin fan connectors, LN2 rocker switch, LED debug, which Biostar are calling Super Rapid Debug 3. We have two 50/50 LED Fun Zone LED strip headers here, which Biostar, that's what Biostar are calling it. And according to their thing that I'm reading here, it says that it comes with two 50/50 LED headers to bring more colourful lighting options to DIY lovers. They can enjoy the full DIY fun of modding their PCs with uniquely personal style and LED strips of any kind. So you can just add strips, essentially, any of use these 4 pins, and then use the Vivid LED DJ, which is in the Racing UEFI BIOS. So that's a piece of software that's in the BIOS to control that. That also controls this strip of LEDs that are here as well. Just FYI. But anyway, over here, 24-pin CPU power, and just above that we have a touch bar, which Biostar is calling. I've got it here somewhere. The GT Touch, yeah. Which has a power and reset button, a sport button, and an eco button. And it says under sport mode, the system boosts the performance automatically, and under eco mode, the system optimizes energy consumption. Besides, users could define onboard LED configuration for eco and sport modes respectively via the Vivid LED DJ. So again, there's more options in the BIOS. Moving down a little bit more. 6 SATA 3 6 gigabit a second SATA ports there. Moving down. Here we have one of the two M.2 connectors, which supports up to 2280 SATA 6 gigabit a second and PCIe storage SSDs, M.2 SSDs, which is Intel Optane ready. I'll move down just a little bit and show you the second one, which is here under this calling block that Biostar have included. This one actually supports up to a 22110 PCIe and NVMe storage as well. So it supports a little bit longer M.2 SSDs. You just undo the 2 screws, and it's also kind of acts as a heatsink as well. Moving back up, we have 1, 2, 3 PCIe 1X connectors. Slots. And then we have 1, 2, 3 16X. This one and this one are wired for 16, and this one's wired for 8. So it supports crossfire configurations as well, which is very good. Moving along, just a heatsink with the R on it. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit more. Here we have the dual BIOS, the dual BIOSes, the actual physical BIOS ROMs, and the rocker switch there, so that's to switch between both. Here we have the rear I/O, and there is 2 more 4-pin fan headers there. 2 USB 3 headers, 2 USB 2 headers, that's another 4-pin fan, and audio out. Moving on to the side, we have a separately wired off sound audio, which is the Realtek ALC 1220 8-channel. Yeah, so it's a fairly standard affair for audio. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna spin it round so you can see the rear I/O, and we have a PS2 keyboard mouse combo. Down here we have two USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A's. Next to that is DVI-D. Then we have HDMI. Next to that we have USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type C connector. Next to that we have two more USB 3.1s, but this is generation 2, so Type A's. Cool, good to know. Next to that we have two standard USB 2s and an Intel i219V gigabit LAN port. And then obviously the standard audio jack affair. So that's it for a quick look at the board. Let's see how it performs. On with the benchmarks. Let's get to it. The Biostar Z370 GT6 also comes bundled with this AM3 gaming mouse. Equipped with a PMW3320 sensor, the AM3 supports DPI adjustment up to 5000 DPI for high gliding agility and flawless accuracy. It comes with ambidextrous design and high gloss mirror UV surface for both left and right hand gamers with ultra stable grips while gaming. Some other features include a 1000Hz ultra polling rate, 4-stage adjustable DPI switch for quick DPI adjustment, on-the-fly sensitivity adjustment, LED light customizable color options, and 7 independently programmable buttons. The Biostar Z370 GT6 might at first not appeal to many of you, but let me tell you why it could. I can picture this being part of a racing sim rig or with a black and gold theme that's used by a music producer that likes a bit of flashy lighting with their tunes. This is also where I see one of only a few issues. The general aesthetic and colour isn't to everyone's taste. The 12-month warranty isn't ideal, but the build quality is top notch. Biostar have made the Z370 GT6 actually quite feature rich. Talking about features, the inclusion of USB 3.1 Gen 1 and Gen 2, Intel i219V gigabit LAN, dual UEFI BIOS with a switch, dual M.2 with RAID options as well as being Intel Optane ready, the Super Rapid 3 debug LED post display, as well as the I/O armor, which is a nice aesthetic addition, GT Touch, which includes the boost and eco modes, LN2 switch, which I actually wasn't really expecting, the addition of the 50/50 LED fun zone, which I didn't turn on other than the LEDs on the audio section of the motherboard, and that's purely because I didn't have the strips, and the Vivid LED DJ, which is a simple and easy to use software addition in the Racing UEFI BIOS. The inclusion of 5 4-pin fan headers is a nice, if typical, number of headers by today's standards, and the inclusion of AI fan in the Racing BIOS is again almost expected, but nice to see all the same. 6 SATA ports is good to see, though I imagine a couple of them being disabled should the M.2s actually be populated. Audio is provided by the ALC 1220, which is great too, but it goes to show that Biostar have spent the R&D on actually adding features consumers look for. Lack of SLI support might disappoint some, but 3-way crossfire support is provided by Team Red. Now, at around £110 here in the UK at the time of review, it's very, very attractively priced too. At this price point, it absolutely trounces on some of its more well-known competition and includes the AM3 mouse. Let's not forget that. Let me know what you think about the Biostar Z370 GT6 in the description below. So the all-important award, and I'm pleased to give the Biostar Z370 GT6 our gold award. And the reason for that is that I think it's just a touch above the rest in terms of what you get on the board for the price. So good job, Biostar. Really happy with it. And yeah, very pleased to give you the gold award. That's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, sorry, give it a thumbs down. Consider subscribing to us on Player TV. And I've been Dave. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.